A very warm welcome to you here on Hope TV Newswatch. Hoping you had a great day today. My name is Melissa Oduor, and on the sign language is Boniface Muredi. Newswatch begins now. The Evangelical Alliance of Kenya, EAK, has celebrated its 50th anniversary in celebrations held at Sitam Karen in Nairobi. The celebrations that began this week culminated in the Jubilee Conference themed A Legacy of Faith, Unity and Transformation, derived from the book of Matthew, chapter 28, verse 19. President William Ruto, who graced the celebration conference, hailed the leadership of the alliance chaired by Bishop Philip Kitoto and emphasized on the need for Christians to collaborate to ensure the message of the gospel reaches far and wide. The president highlighted the vital role of faith in providing a moral compass and assured continued collaboration with the church and the religious leaders to build a trust, compassionate and united Kenya.
We have a world that is in need of Christ. Over 1,000 unreached people groups in Africa. They say that East Africa has the largest of that. We've been taught, we've been equipped, and today we are going to be going out to do what God has called us to do.
Movement of disciple-making churches impacting society. That's what we aspire to achieve. And then we have a firm mission. Mission statement: EAK exists to unite and equip evangelical clergy to succeed in their discipleship mandate. That's what we want to do, because that's what Jesus had asked his disciples to focus on.
And our desire is, in the next 10 years, to double the number of evangelical movement here in Kenya.
Indeed, happy 50th anniversary to the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya. Moving on, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has held the 43rd Jukwaa la Usalama grassroots engagement in Kisumu City to assess the county's security situation. While addressing the insecurity challenges posed by boda operators in the city, who have complained of attacks by criminal gangs, especially in the evenings, CS Murkomen also assured local fishermen of security on Lake Victoria that has pitted them with those from neighboring countries.
We had a long discussion about the use of some of the boda operators by criminal gangs to carry out their criminal activities. And what's important is to have clarity in regulating them with their uniform, self-regulation, areas of operation. But also it's important for the county government to take charge of its responsibility as in providing transport here. And the National Police Service can help them where there is goons or gangs are taking over bus stages and other places. But they must be able to organize this very important mode of transport.
Seth Panyako has been nominated by DAP-K party of Eugene Wamalwa to contest for the Malava constituency by-election. The Kenya National Union of Nurses non-secretary general is eyeing the seat that fell vacant after Malulu Injendi died in February. Panyako emerged as the coalition's frontrunner with a lead in all seven wards of the constituency. Now, Wamalwa says the by-election is a major test of political strength ahead of the 2027 general election and has urged all the opposition coalition partners to rally behind Panyako. Wamalwa has urged the youthful voters to also turn out and register with the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC. The by-elections are set for November the 27th.
On the issue of whether Panyako qualifies to run for this seat or not, we are a party that has run candidates and won elections. And we want to assure all our supporters Seth Panyako is immensely qualified to run for that election. The by-election that is coming, our legal teams have already responded to the misguided position that said Panyako is a state officer. He's a representative of workers on a body, but he's not a state officer himself. So that legal position has already been cleared and responded to adequately.
Still on matters, November 27 by-elections, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's Democracy for Citizens Party DCP has settled on Furaha Chengo Ngumbao as its candidate in the Magarini by-election. Now, the DCP Secretary General Hezron Obaga handed Ngumbao the nomination certificate and expressed confidence in his candidature. The Magarini seat in Kilifi County fell vacant after the court annulled the 2022 parliamentary election results following a petition. DCP further says, in the spirit of fairness and unity within the united opposition, it will not contest in the Mumbini ward, Makueni County, in support of the Wiper Patriotic Front led by Kalonzo Musyoka. Meanwhile, it has halted the candidacy in Kabuchai Chwele ward in Bungoma County in support of Eugene Wamalwa's Democratic Action Party of Kenya, Kenya. Now, the South Kenyan Conference has distanced itself from allegations that it has sold land in Nyanchwa. This comes after members of the Nyanchwa community staged demonstrations vowing to continue protesting until they receive an official response from the church located in Kisii County. Pastor Job Obara, the communication director for the South Kenya Conference, addressed the matter following concerns raised by the community. Obara said the church leadership had been alerted by noise and placards displayed at the gates during the demonstrations. He emphasized that contrary to claims circulating among residents of Nyanchwa that the Nyanchwa land had not been sold, instead he explained some individuals had allegedly allocated themselves the land. Obara has further clarified that the land in question was leasehold land and therefore classified as county government property and not community land.
I want to recognize their concerns from members of the Nyanchwa community. But let me say there is a complete misunderstanding and misrepresentation of information. Some of the things which I've heard is that Nyanchwa land has been sold. It's not sold. Some people have allocated themselves land in Nyanchwa. It's not. This is a lease land. And lease land is not community land. It is county government land. And we are responsible tenants.
A short break now. We'll be back with more news items. Don't go too far.
Join John Carson every weekday as he takes us on a journey through the Bible.
Whoever shall seek to save his life, if you go back to living for yourself, you're going to lose it. But whoever shall lose his life, give up his life for my sake, he shall preserve it.
Enjoy interesting, knowledge-packed, yet simple teachings through his humor and in-depth understanding of God's Word.
The last people that tried to put God in a box, literally, he rose again. He wouldn't stay in their compartment. If God was small enough for me to figure out, he wouldn't be big enough for me to worship.
Tune in to Hope TV for John Carson every 10 p.m., 4 a.m., and 10 a.m. weekdays on Hope TV, where you look and live.
This week on Hope Devotion.
Our God is not a malicious God. Just because he has not paid your rent, just because he has not provided your food, just because, in short, he will still be God. Whether he provides or he doesn't, he is God.
Join Pastor Steve Mwangi as he shares the Word of God on the topic, What if God doesn't do it?
Now, the young men, we are in our prime, we are in our days of strength. But even then, we can grow faint, we can grow weary, we can fall because we get tired. We get tired. But then, verse 31 is the cream. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.
Start your day with hope every morning from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and repeat from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Hope TV, look and live.
Hi everyone, my name is George Gishoro, a presenter with Hope TV. Thank you so very much for continuing to support us by watching all our programs. Now, we would love to serve you even better. Now, we want to know where you are watching us from and the strength of the signal. You can scan the QR code and ensure that you answer all the questions in ensuring that you are getting us loud and clear with crystal pictures. So go ahead and fill in the QR code so that we can serve you better right here at Hope TV, where you look and live.
There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Back with more news. Now we go to the further afield, I beg your pardon. Major unions across France have staged nationwide strike and mass protests to oppose budget cuts and a reversal of state pension reform. The unions are calling for more spending on public services and higher taxes on the wealthy. Public transport was heavily disrupted on Thursday morning, with many metro lines in Paris reported shut, while protesters blocked roads and streets in major towns and cities across France. The Interior Ministry said between 600,000 and 900,000 people could attend demonstrations nationwide, adding that it would deploy 80,000 police officers. The strike comes barely a week after Sébastien Lecornu, a close ally of President Emmanuel Macron, was appointed Prime Minister following the toppling of François Bayrou's government. Unions have called for more spending on public services, higher taxes on the wealthy, and for budget cuts outlined by the short-lived Bayrou government to be axed. A business now, Siaya Governor James Orengo has hosted the Siaya Business Community for a consultative meeting in preparations for the highly anticipated Siaya International Trade and Investment CityCo 2025 conference. The meeting brought together representatives from diverse sectors of the county, including the Joakali Association hoteliers, manufacturers, agribusiness players, border operators, and the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, KNCCI, Siaya chapter, among others. The four-day conference is themed Positioning Siaya County as an Investment Destination, Transformative Growth Through Trade and Investment. It will be held at the Siaya National Polytechnic from the 14th to the 17th of October 2025. It is set to be a premier economic platform bringing together local and international investors, private sector leaders, development partners, and key government institutions to showcase Siaya as a competitive trade and investment hub. Over 2,000 young people in the North Rift region are set to benefit from training on soft skills and artificial intelligence career tools. The program by the MasterCard Brighter Monday and MasterCard Foundation is aimed at unlocking the youth unemployment opportunities. According to Brighter Monday Managing Director Sarah Ndegwa, the initiative is part of the Gen Kazi program that seeks to promote inclusive hiring practices among women, the youth, and persons living with disabilities. Speaking in Eldoret during one of the trainings in Uasin Gishu Sports County Executive Committee member Robert Kemei welcomed the initiative, noting that it will go a long way to uplifting the lives of the young people. He has also noted that the county has rolled out several programs targeting the youth.
We are establishing ICT centers, we are establishing ICT hubs, and establishing hotspots, Wi-Fi's for our youth, so that it will create an infrastructure for us to train our youth. We are very focused. We are committed again, because we've already set aside some funds for our youth. We need to train them on financial matters, on setting up budgets, on creating up businesses, on having some profit margins and balancing books of accounts. And we are so excited, together with the Brighter Monday and MasterCard Foundation, in uplifting the youth of our county and our country.
Today, really, we're here coming with the Gen Kazi program, which is our program under the MasterCard Foundation, focused on getting youth into dignified and fulfilling jobs. We're bringing together over 40 employers to be able to provide opportunities for this youth to engage.
As a way of reaching children living in informal settlements, Hope Media, which owns Hope FM and Hope TV, on Saturday organized a distribution exercise of sanitary towels to girls and underwear to boys in the Korogosho slums in Ngomongo area in Nairobi. Under the project Groom a Boy, Pad a Girl, more than 2,000 children turned up and received training on adolescent menstrual hygiene for girls and the dangers for crime and drugs for boys, all while being taught about better ways of knowing God and spreading the gospel. Dickens Luvanda attended the climax of the 2-month initiative, which was also supported by various partners, including World Serve International Kenya, Women in Aviation Kenyan Chapter, Hesed Africa, Sitam Church, Friends of Hope, among others in Nairobi.
Approximately over 1 million girls in Kenya miss school every month due to lack of sanitary towels, preventing them from fully participating in classroom learning. For boys, at least 72% lack the knowledge of reproductive health, a situation that highlights the importance of including them in menstrual health programs to end period poverty, while also tackling the stigma and isolation of adolescent girls in schools. Although exact statistics for both are not clearly available, these figures reveal a wide gap in menstrual health for girls and the critical need for self-awareness education for boys in Kenya. To make its contribution to the society and to spread the gospel generally, Hope Media Kenya, in partnership with the World Serve International Kenya, Women in Aviation Kenya Chapter, Hesed Africa, and Sitam Church, organized this unique event at Ngomongo Level 2 Health Facility in Korogocho, Nairobi County.
Wangapi wanajua Mungu anachukizwa na dhambi? Mungu apendi dhambi. Na anataka njia zetu zote, anataka mienendo yetu yote ikampendeze.
A 2022 study revealed that 65% of girls and women in Kenya cannot afford sanitary pads. This period poverty has led to unsanitary alternatives, infections, missed school days of up to 20% of the school year, and lost academic opportunities for girls.
Na mimi nasema thanks kwa Hope TV. Enyewe tumejifunza mingi yenye sikuwa najua. Nasema thanks, asante sana. Hata kwa hizi gift kidogo nimetupatia, asante.
Nimejifunza how to avoid early pregnancy.
Nimejifunza leo venye tunaweza jichunga kulingana na kuzuia mimba na vijana venye tunaweza hepa kidogo. Hiyo ndio tumejifunza.
Here, thousands of children gather to receive adolescent training from partners of the Groom a Boy, Pad a Girl program, as well as lessons and the Word of God.
Kuna ile kitu tunaita peer pressure. Tunaelewa peer pressure? Kwamba uko na mabesto, uko na hiyo rembe yako mahali na kuna kitu ambayo wanakupush ufanye.
Lakini vile nilianza period nilikuwa 12 years old. Na vile nilianza ilikuwa difficult. Sikuwa nimeona kitu kama hiyo before.
I will promote this session by saying that menstruation is a normal process. Mnajua heat na kill germs. Sawa sawa. So ukiosha panty yako vizuri iking'ara unanika kwa jua.
According to the acting head of media at Hope Media, Grace Mtiso, the Groom a Boy Pada Girl initiative is an example of ensuring the gospel of God reaches everywhere, including among children, while also meeting the practical needs.
Our core mission is to know God and make him known. So we've been here to introduce Christ to boys and girls in Korogosho, and apart from that, to distribute Dignity Kits to them. Why Dignity Kits? Because in this region we've observed there are so many girls who are not able to go to school because during the monthly period season they feel a bit uncomfortable. They don't have sanitary towels to take them through school during that season. And for the boys, they like some hygiene kits, some toothbrush, toothpaste, just to sustain them as they go to school and in their day-to-day livelihood. So today, together with various partners who came on board, we have come here to do that, and we really thank God that He has enabled us to do that. We were doing this at Ngomongo Level 2 Hospital.
Korogosho, a slum in Nairobi's Ruaraka constituency, is one of the most densely populated informal settlements where children face crime, drug abuse, and teenage pregnancy threats.
Ukiangalia hapa mostly watoto wamekuwa hapa wamekuja from the slums za Korogosho, hapa Gomongo na wengine pale Dandora, na hapo kuna area nyingine itapo Kajiji. So au kukuja pamoja first imeleta kitu nito wamewa unify. Kuna hiyo aspect of unity amongst the children around here. Number 2, au kuwapea hayo mafunzo inaweza hapo wali, it will help them how to carry out the day in day out activities.
The needs that we have here in Korogosho, having grown up here and also seen people with various dysfunctions and vulnerabilities, may include people are lacking sufficient food, others lack clothing that is appropriate. Then for the children, so many children are struggling to even get an education and stuff. For our girls, a great challenge has been accessing sanitary towels, and that's why we are very much grateful for Hope Media coming on board and assisting our girls with sanitary towels, because there are times that so many of them used to get into sexual relationships just to access sanitary towels, and the risk at which they were putting themselves because of the lack. You know, in a family you would weigh between buying food and buying a sanitary towel, which definitely most people would go for buying food. And I myself, when I was growing up, I had to use blankets and clothing during my menses. I kind of understand some of the pains that a girl would go through during that period when they don't have the appropriate menstrual materials. And also we thank God that this time the boys were not forgotten, because many a times the boy child has been forgotten, and in such a slum setup you'll find many of them engaging in drug abuse or even getting into gangs. Most of the ones that have been killed even in the areas, if you were to check the age, it's between 15 to 20 to 25 years, around there. That tells you or informs you that the people or the children getting into crimes are getting into it at a very young age. So we're grateful that they came and were also to reach out to these children, and we are trusting God that even we could get more people who will be able to support both the boy child and the girl child in our community.
According to the partners of the Groom a Boy Pada Girl initiative, communities need such interventions from different stakeholders in order to nurture both the boy child and the girl child in the society, while also raising citizens who grow up with the fear of God and a sense of responsibility.
So
So we are happy to have partnered with Hope FM during the outreach in Korogosho. One of the things that really worked so well is that we were again targeting adolescent girls and young women together with the boys of the same age. Within our program, we also developed a manual we call Embracing Manhunt, and the manual is supposed to support the boys to build coping mechanisms so that they can be able to overcome the challenges they go through. And so Hope FM for us was able to bring on board the same age group or age sets that we normally support, and we are happy that we've been able to reach quite a number, over 2,000 I presume. We have gotten to distribute the sanitary pads, we have gotten to conduct various trainings. For the girls, we talked about menstrual hygiene. We were able to encourage them that this is a normal process, a biological process, and they should be proud.
Because Women in Aviation is very focused on empowering young girls, and Pada Girl was a great initiative for us to come and take part in this function for today here in Korogosho. So we were privileged to donate 1,300 pads to the Korogosho girls while we mentor them about the careers in the aviation industry. For today, it was a successful day, as we can say, but we believe we need to do more outreach activities so that we ensure that we follow up on the girls and that we make a change in the community.
South Africa is an NGO that supports mainly in health. And today we came in here to work together with Hope Media and other organizations that were invited today. We came in here to offer psychosocial support. We also came in with our social workers so that we can be able to respond to the needs that are here in this community. And today has been a fantastic day. We have been able to enjoy ourselves. We've been able to interact with the community around here in Korogosho, and we must say that we are very, very, very much excited, and we feel fulfilled as an organization, and we are happy.
After a day full of events, Hope Media has been able to groom a boy and Pada girl right here in Korogosho slums, making the boy and the girl in Korogosho slums to go back in their homes with smiles in their faces. Deacon Sylvander, Hope TV, Korogosho, Nairobi.
Indeed, thank you to all of you who made the Groomer Boy Pada Girl initiative successful at Korogosho. We will not thank our partners and sponsors enough, and the Friends of Hope who made this possible. On behalf of the news team here, we want to wish you a warm night. My name is Melissa Oduor. On the sign language has been Boniface Muredi. Good night.